The digital bank Klarna is expanding, announcing research partnership with Privy, a leading wallet infrastructure platform. Now, Klarna's hoping to build its own wallet after recently announcing its own stablecoin, Klarna USD. The chief executive, Sebastian Siemiatkowski of Klarna, is with me. Sir, it is good to see you in Stockholm tonight. What's this all about? I mean, I get stable coins. I get crypto. How do you imagine we're going to use it?
Yeah, it's funny you ask that, because that was always my skepticism. I always thought about, like, okay, it's great. We can make some rocky motions to the central banks and threaten the monetary systems. But my mom doesn't really care. She just wants it to be cheap, fast, and safe. But I think now what we're seeing is that this technology has really matured, and it's actually allowing us to offer it to make things cheaper, more efficient, faster. And some people also like to trade it as an asset, right?
Yeah, but how? I mean, why is it cheaper, quicker, faster, better in a sense than anything? I understand the principle of the stable coin. It's backed by the dollar. There's a certain security and safety within it. I'm not sure it's an asset class, but we can argue about that another day.
Well, I think, yeah, exactly. So stablecoins clearly, I mean, especially if you look at the corridors between smaller currencies, like take the Swedish SEK compared to Brazilian, for example, Reais. And so if you look at these different currencies, then you can see that actually, but really, to be fair, there is no good reason why it's costly to move money. It's not costly to send an email. It shouldn't be costly. And these technologies are breaking that apart, making it cheaper and faster. On the crypto and Bitcoin, that's obviously, to a lot of people today, a valid asset that they trade just as everything else. And every asset, I mean, gold, all the assets that humans have are to some degree the accumulation of the amount of people that are willing to think that it's worth something, right? We decide what we think is worth, and all assets work the same.
This is an argument for another day when it comes to crypto. This is a discussion that we have to have. Look, on this, how do you expect, I mean, Klarna is very well known, and last time we spoke, you gave me the numbers for the sheer number of people who have your cards, and it is frighteningly large in a sense of the infrastructure that you've got. And now there's this development towards a wallet. How big do you expect this aspect to become?
Well, look, it actually comes back, ironically now with AI going around. 10 years ago, at that point in time, we were competing with the PSPs, with the Stripe and the Adyen's of the world, and we were losing, so we had to pivot. We sat down and asked ourselves, what's the future of financial services? We said, well, at some point in time in the future, you'll wake up in the morning, your digital financial assistant will have analyzed your mortgage, realized you're paying too much, and done all the negotiation for you, and ask you if you want to switch to save $40, and the only thing you need to do is say yes. And we said, well, that's the future of financial services, just like self-driving cars. I don't know when, but eventually. And I was in San Francisco, and it was amazing. So the same is going to happen to financial services. And what that meant to us already then, we said, look, what do you want to be then? You want to be a balance sheet, or you want to be the digital financial assistant? We wanted to be the digital financial assistant. But to be so, it's all going to be about scale. These industries have made a fortune, excess profits, en masse. And the same thing that happened to the airlines when low cost came around is going to happen to banking now. And we can either just sit there and try to protect high profits too long, or we can become one of the disruptors. And that's what we're doing. So we're taking these technologies and we're pushing ahead to make sure the number one priority for us was to be big in number of users. And we are now 115 million. So that was number one. And then the other one is to extend the type of services that we offer to these customers.
One of the crucially important things about banking, of course, as you know better than anybody, is trust. Trust, security. And it is balancing that boringness, stolid but boring, with something. I always think the big banks, the JP Morgans, the Chase, that have got sort of long history of reputations behind them, that every time you go into something new, your history goes with you. Now, Klarna, you have a good history and a good reputation, and you've got to guard that jealously, surely.
Yes, absolutely. And I think actually the best way we do it is to offer affordable products. So a lot of people talk about credit, buy now, pay later. The truth is, in the US now, we're hitting $1.2 trillion record credit card debt. And people on average on the credit card have $6,000 in debt. With Klarna, they carry on average a balance of $90. So people, and it's 0% interest, right? And fixed term installments, none of that revolving stuff and eternal loans. So to us, we've seen that you build trust by simply offering products that are easier to use, doesn't try to push you into debt, and that are easy to pay off and don't charge high fees or late fees of very high values and stuff like that. And I think over time that's actually paying off.
Good to have you, Sebastian. Thank you for joining us in Stockholm. Is it very cold in Stockholm at the moment?
It's been the worst ever. It's like 3 weeks of just gray and rain, which is great because we work a lot, which is bad for you competitors out there because we work a lot.
It's cold in New York as well, so don't think about that. All right, sir. Good to see you. Good night. Thank you.